Okay. So hello everyone. Welcome to the another LinkedIn session, live session. And today I have Rohan with us, who is an alumnus of IIT Guwahati, and also he is one of the uh, you can say the younger founder I had an opportunity to work with. Now, when uh, we say, we want to work with certain kind of clients, so he was one of them, and he has founded and co-founded uh, many ventures together, sugar crystal solutions are one of them. Git hub academy, computer academy is there, and the career path, and so many more, and very much some exciting projects are coming up ahead. Now, let me just uh, introduce or talk more about him and get him on this stage. What I realized about working with Rohan, who is much much younger than me, 3 years back when I was working with him, it was like a little bit of you can say many thing I learned from him, like leadership, clarity, and how people actually can make clear decisions in certain way. His, when the automation was on boom, on LinkedIn automation, so many things were there. So uh one sec, let him join. So when LinkedIn was on the boom, automation was on boom, at its peak, and I suggested him, please use this because you will have little bit we can send a lot of comments and sorry, network and everything. So one sec. Hmm. So actually he is waiting. So what happened, when I told him, he was the first one to say no, and with the reasoning, because his concept was very clear. It was because of the dedication that he wanted, uh, dedication, reputation, clarity, and no shortcuts. So there was no shortcuts, and that actually stuck with me now till now. And when I tell him a lot of things, we have done that, his approach was very clear and direct. His decision making, his analytical, he was analytical, you can say, reasoning, and the way the transparency was there, there was no misalignment in between, when I had to ask him anything. So there was very the smooth process. We were working together on LinkedIn organic marketing for international client for his sugar crystal solution, when he was the founder of sugar crystal solution. So he is there now. Uh, he will explain further about everything that is going to be a kind of eye opener for every freelancers and solopreneurs listening to this. When it comes to you can say, you know um, thinking about how to go ahead in this AI era, as a kind of hiring and everything, I think he is the one who can tell you, because he has a lot of experience creating from one founder's venture to another. And he will also explain about his new venture if he would like to. I think it's under development as of now. But yes, over over to you, Rohan. Welcome, and
Hello,
thank you.
hello, Ritika.
Yeah, so welcome and thank you so much for taking out time. You are so busy, I understand. But
No,
I'm
no, it's all
sure,
right.
like, freelancers and other people are actually going to get a lot of information, and you can say in this AI era they are just stuffed with a lot of information, what they need to do and how you are hiring. everything. I have few questions. People might ask you
Okay.
questions, so I'll be asking in between. Please go ahead, now
Sure,
over
sure.
to you.
Okay. So thanks a lot, Ritika, first of all, to having me here. And it's great to see you on track and back now. It's been quite a
Ye-
long time since we last met.
yes, yes.
So basically, Ritika, what I think that the thing that you're doing currently on LinkedIn Impact Lab, you are basically working on how to master LinkedIn and everything, how people and solopreneurs can get benefit from LinkedIn and other platforms sort of things.
Right.
So if you like to start me that how my hiring approaches were or something like how people can get benefit from LinkedIn or other things, I would like to start with that. So, Ritika,
Sure.
if you see the days when we worked back at the Sugar Crystal Solutions with the digital marketing team, you were the main pillar of that particular team. The process that we particular did earlier those days were that we used to just randomly target people of our niche, be it health coaches or something that particular domain we were working on. It could be
Yeah.
different for other people or other freelancers or other agency. Nowadays, things have been changed because after the boom in the artificial intelligence market, people have nowadays different tools to scrap, different ways to approach. Earlier, people were not able to present themselves. The main presentation of there was only the LinkedIn profile, you can see. But now, if
Right.
you go and see, currently there are various ways to present yourself. If somebody is a solopreneur, he or she can present himself or herself through a single page website. Even though
Absolutely.
person is not a coder or something, now he or she doesn't need to work on that particular coding part. He can just
Right.
simply or she can just simply enter a prompt that I need. Let's suppose if you are working, my name is Ritika and the founder of LinkedIn Impact Lab. I need a single page website where I can present myself, everything. You can get a beautiful, seamless website now in minutes. Not even
Right.
hours or something or days that we used to work on for different clients. Now in minutes you can get particular those things. So after the inculcation of, I think, AI, the work approach, the presentation, the portfolio, the profile, everything has changed now a lot. But still, I can say the core things of that particular approach to get clients or to work on projects still remains the same. However, there are various tools which can align your task or make you more presentable or make your approach. Nowadays, Ritika, I'll just let you know and your people out here, there are features nowadays. Let's suppose if you are talking in English and I'm not aware of that particular language and I don't know about that particular language, and I am, let's suppose, talking in Hindi and I understand Hindi. The way we are presenting on the stream here right now, or the Google Meet or something, there are various apps nowadays which can just, you can verbally communicate with that particular person in your own language and it would be translated to the other language that person is understanding. So these
Okay.
things were not present in those
That
back
point of
days.
time. Right.
So now people sitting in India in a, you can say, urban area or even in a rural area, if he or she wants to get clients, let's suppose from European countries or US or Australia, and even she is not, or if he is not aware of, you can say he's not good in English or something, or let's suppose if you get a client from Germany where the core language is German, or if you get a client from France where the core language is French or something, or Spain. Nowadays, you can interact with those people. So,
Okay.
the main point which I would like to offer you here, all you people, is that today there are various things that you can utilize to get clients or present yourself, but still the core business or the core approach remains the same, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Yes. I do agree with that.
And the
So
main
good to
thing,
know. Yeah.
mhm. Please, please.
Yeah, so good to know, like, you have added so many new points over here, because as I have worked with you internationally, I still remember some of the people were not understanding our English language, and that was the barrier at that
Yes,
point of time. And we could have
yes.
maybe we lost that prospects in that way. As you said, like, now the technology has advanced so much that we do not have to worry about what we cannot control, right?
Yes,
The only thing is like our thinking, critical thinking, analytical thinking, our empathy, our compassion, or the way we think,
yes,
the creativity, all those things remaining the groundwork for anything. And just for your information, like, even as you said, like, to build website, because you were providing the office or offering as a website designer for the companies, right? So I was just building that website, and I could create it in just 2 or 3 hours, and every day I upgrade it on Lovable. I think you know about that, right?
yes, yes.
Vibe
Lovable, very good
coding.
platform.
And
Yep, vibe
yes,
code.
what I understand now, many website designers nowadays, now they are saying, like, my job is gone. So because on Lovable you just have to pay $25 or then another $5 to just retain it. Where
Hmm.
is our job then? But I still think,
Okay.
yeah, so I still think there is a upgrade of job. It's not like downgrade. Their niche has changed. It's not for the beginner, those who cannot pay, they can just pay 2000 or 3000. And
Hmm.
maybe they can advance their technology or their skills, and they can go ahead and ask for $10,000. Those who are paying for that, they do not require Lovable, because that requires a lot of handling and busy personalities. Those who are there, they are not going to spend their time on Lovable for sure. So I
Exactly,
think it's not
exactly.
like job has gone. I think it has upgraded. It is an opportunity for website designer to go and get into the tough competition now, I guess. What do you say?
Totally, totally correct, Ritika. I think the approach, the people who are thinking that they have lost their job because of AI, their approach is not good. Because if you
Absolutely.
see, AI has not taken anyone's job. It has just made that job easier for any other person to do. But let's suppose in nowadays, if there's a client, let's suppose that client of ours is from, let's suppose, Australia, and he was working with us on our services. Let's suppose one of our services was web development. Let's suppose he wants an application, web application for his service. I understand, and he also understand that by the time has reached now, with the help of AI, that particular development could be streamlined and fastened up. But again, that particular client also knows one thing, and if he or she doesn't know that particular thing, we as a service provider need to make them aware that even though after the incorporation of the AI
Yeah,
can't build what you are thinking. The AI
absolutely.
can't build those designs that are in your mind, which have been created by your own self. AI would be developing a particular website or web application as per the background that he has already gotten from the scraping of all the Google and Safari and everything and all the current pages and the feeds that have been feeded in that particular AI. Let's suppose
Right.
if I want to build, currently we are using StreamYard. Let's suppose if a person or a client wants a web streaming app of like a StreamYard. So if we as a service provider want to develop a web application as a StreamYard, if I am a designer, I need to design this particular thing. And then I
Absolutely.
need my client to help me iterate the designs if he wants the let's suppose the live timer not on the top left corner, on the top bottom right corner. That
Right.
particular thing needs to be given from the client side, and me as a designer, let's suppose we are talking of a designer, me as a designer would be putting that particular thing from top left corner to the bottom right corner. And now, if I go to the development part, I will be putting up those particular images that we either develop on Figma or Canva or anywhere to
Right.
that particular AI or Lovable or Emergent. There are various platforms. And then that particular AI machine would be developing our particular web app or web app, mobile app based on that particular design. So what I
Right.
think the job of designers are the least to worry about. If you
Hmm.
will be saying that the job of a initial fresher level beginner coder or a web developer, that I could somehow relate that yes, a job of a somewhat a fresher coder is now in bit of a hamper, but not of a designer. Because we
Right.
have worked on various clients, Ritika, they have a very peculiar choice of design. I'm not
Hmm.
talking about somebody who just wants to build a single page website or a damn portfolio. That's okay. That's a
Right.
very small kind of, you can say, an 1 day or 2 day or a maximum a week's work. But
Right.
there are people who are working on a large scale and they want their brand, they want their portfolio to be top notch. You have seen that people are peculiar about the borderline of the tab or the buttons or something. If they don't want
Hmm.
a circular button, they would be wanting a oval shaped or a square shape with a rounded corner something. So
Right.
AI can do those particular things, but AI would be charging much more higher than a normal designer. Because with every prompt that you put up in that particular machine, AI just backreads all the history that you have put in up earlier. And then he
Right.
will be changing that particular segment of your code or something. So as a designer, they don't need to worry about. But yes, as a fresher level coder, or you can say somewhere I was listening to a podcast where one of the most prominent person from the industry, he mentioned that I guess it was the founder of Emergent Labs, currently working in the AI field, which is one of the best in the world. The job of a middleman has now been gone.
Okay.
Now there's like a client and the service provider. There is a no need of a middleman. You can say some
Right.
sort of project managers, like you can say a fresher level project manager who is just getting in all the inputs from the client side and providing to the developer or a designer,
Right.
and then he
Hmm.
developer or designer is building that particular thing and then following the channel again to the project manager and project manager mentioning that particular things to the client. The job of a middleman is nowadays, you can say, in a bit of a you can say in a two-way both sides something, but not of something who are actual service provider. If I am an actual
Right.
designer and I design each and every bit of, let's suppose, any task that has been provided, so I need not need to worry about. With the help of AI,
Absolutely.
I might get some better ideas from the AI with the help of AI, which could help my
Yeah. So
clients. To,
right, right. So it's basically like you are saying it's a buddy. It's not like, they are not your enemies.
yes,
Unless we are
yes,
using it in a right way, we are not getting fear, like,
exactly,
unless I feel at the end of the day, they are machines, right? And nothing can actually replace your creativity. And obviously, the conversation
exactly.
cannot happen so in deep with the machine. So, rightly said, Rohan, thank you so much. I think that is an eye opener conversation even from the
Agreed.
beginning, and people are understanding what they need to do that, right? So I have few questions.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, if anybody's asking, I'll ask in between, but let me just start with the conversation. So when you
Sure.
compare your hiring approach at Sugar Crystal Solutions when you were there for freelancers
Mhm.
versus now, what has changed the most in a way you evaluate freelancers or any solopreneurs or partners?
Okay. So, Ritika, when we used to hire back in those days, nowadays also we are currently working on various projects. Back those days, the most important thing that I used to look upon when somebody comes for a walk-in interview or the hiring processes that we made, that was totally ba resume based or CV based approach, you can say. We
Right.
just went through the CVs or resumes, or you can say their portfolio if they have any sort of for designer, if they have any web portfolio in Dribble or something, or developer if they have any sort of web portfolio on their GitHub or something of the projects that they have deployed. Basically, task-oriented approach were most prominent in back those days.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays, if you see, if I hire somebody for any of my company that I'm currently working upon, either be Sugar Crystal or the career path or currently the thing that I'm building.
Yeah.
Now, situation handling capacity, their mindset, or the most important factor is the communication skill. How good they are in communicating their problems, their solutions to the higher member of the hierarchy. If they're under
Right.
a project manager or if they're directly under me, how good they are in communicating their problems also and their solutions also. So that particular
Abs-
thing has now taken part most of the hirings, I think. The approach, communications, and how good they are in handling pressure situations.
Absolutely. So basically, again, it's coming to the soft skills mostly, because technically, though
Yes, yes,
people can anyhow
yes.
they can be groomed. The only thing is
And
mindset.
AI also you have for your buddy. If you don't
Yes,
have any particular skill, now you have the buddy AI, you
but
can
yes,
say.
yeah. So
Yeah.
basically, they should be adapted to AIs now. Like if somebody is saying no, I don't use AI, obviously it's a white lie, I guess anybody can say.
Yes, 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 yes. They should be aware of the things that they can get from AI, which can build their own portfolio and their skill set. Because
Their skill.
nowadays people are not seeing, or the companies or the clients are not seeing AI as you can say somebody as your enemy or something, or they are also not seeing AI something like as a replacement. They
Yes,
want you or me as a service provider that we should be aware of the AI, that how those particular AIs could help you or us streamline and fasten up our building process or development process.
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, thank you so much, Rohan, for this beautiful answer that you have given, because that's actually people wants to hear. Like their job is not gone, and how they can start as a freelancer, or how they can actually go way beyond people, whatever it's coming in the this information flood. People are actually
Mhm.
immersed. They are not even trying to be a very you can say expert diver in this information. So that's what.
Okay.
So next question is, what are the top three non-negotiable skills you look for today before even considering someone's portfolio or experience?
Again, it comes to those particular things which you can generally look upon, not just by giving them any task, or not by giving any sort of project or something, just by talking to somebody or something. The first and the most important thing is the attitude of the particular person.
Right.
Attitude is the most important, that defines how person would be working in as a team, or working in as a solopreneur, or as a freelancer, or as a you can say project manager or something. So attitude comes at the topmost thing. If somebody is boasting upon his or her attitude that he is the best in the market or she is the best in the market, it's totally not negotiable for me. Because there are
Mhm.
various things or various peoples nowadays which would be far more better than you or somebody. So
Absolutely.
attitude comes at first. Again, communication and how good a team player she or he could be. So that comes at the second. And at the third, I can say the skill set that I require for any specific task for which I am hiring. Let's suppose if I am hiring, you suppose, an content writer, so I would be at the third point, I would be looking for how good she or he is on a content part, how good he or she is in critical thinking or something.
Right. Good. I think what I can infer is like it's not about how you are expressing yourself, but how good you are at expressing yourself. I think these are
Hmm.
three things, right? Like the
Yeah.
way you are expressing, and what you are trying to say, it should be very clear. And obviously, it's not about being the best, and nobody is going to hire the best.
Yes,
It's
it
about
should
hiring the
not
right
also
people.
hurt. Yeah, it should also not hurt the sentiment of the person who is in front of you,
Absolutely.
because they also have options of hiring a person who are better than you, or a company who is bigger than you, because they have that particular amount in their pockets. If they are
Absolutely.
believing in you and giving you an option, you should be very grateful for that particular thing, and you should accept that as a very polite, in a very polite manner, I can say.
So, what I understand, you are talking about somebody who is really starting out in their career in
Mhm.
the, like when they don't know, and still they are
Mhm.
boasting about themselves, that they should not do
It
initially when
could
they are
be,
actually getting any
it
experience.
could, it could be Ritika in any stage of your career. It could be
Ye-
in the early stage also, it could be in the late stage also. You have to know that particular thing. If somebody is giving you a project, either it be of a 1 hour
Mhm.
or 2 hour project, you should accept that particular one thing as a fate that that particular person, in spite you not having any reviews or any particular experience, he or she is believing in you. Because he
Yes.
or she as a client, I have been as a client also, and I have various service provider. I understand this
Yes.
particular thing. Even Ritika, when you started, you also know this particular thing that I believed in you. I was sure, I was in 50% dilemma that this could particular venture could not get to that particular place where I want as a client if I am putting up
Right.
my money. But being as a fresher, I am willing to take up that particular chance that, okay, let's go with this particular service provider. Let's see where it goes. Give them a chance, give him or she a chance. This particular thing should be understood equivalently from the person who is providing the service also. That the client is believing in me. That means that I have to put up my 200% effort. So rather
100%.
than
I hope
boasting
it
about
was.
and giving about, yes,
All right, all right. I got it. I got it. So basically, at any point of time, you should not think about yourself to the highest level of that experience. The
exactly.
only thing is like when you have taken up that project, you have taken at that with all the things, when you have actually accepted each and everything, then at least not putting your effort 100%, that is the kind of, injustice to
Yes,
the people those
barrier.
are believing in you, I guess.
Exactly, exactly,
Okay, that's a learning phase. I guess everybody learns over a period of time.
exactly.
Uh, yeah, and whoever is watching and maybe watching in, maybe they will be watching in the future. I mean, after this getting recorded, I hope this will be
Hmm.
100%, their time worth watching this and understanding what exactly they need to do that.
Sure, sure.
Okay,
I hope so.
third question is, Rohan, many freelancers
Hmm.
focus heavily on tools and
Hmm.
certifications. What skills do you think the overvalued and which one are underrated?
In my opinion, Ritika, the things that are overvalued as of now, and it were overvalued previously also, and it might be overvalued in future also, are those kind of certifications which nowadays are available just on the basis of theoretical learning, or you can
Learnings.
say the bookish learning. There are various kinds of certifications which I have seen nowadays, which were present in earlier days also, and which might be present in future also. There are various certifications provided by various middlemen or companies who have just tied up with various, I sort of, you can say, companies or universities or colleges, and just for the sake of money, they are providing those certifications. The companies are also earning money, and the people who are taking up that certifications, they are also not aware of what they are actually learning. They just are looking it as you can say star in their resume or something. Those type
Hmm.
of skills are those type of certifications I think are overvalued. They have not much of an use in the actual live market or something. And in terms of foreign clients, which I see, they would be giving it as a least priority of what
Hmm.
certifications do you have, because they people are well aware, and the international market companies are well aware of what type of certifications are actually gonna be helpful in your live market and which are just as a star in your resume, because they have been the companies, the bigger companies or the clients, they have been seeing these type of people or freelancers or solopreneurs or agency quite a lot. So those things I think are much of an overvalued kind of thing. And undervalued, if you ask me, I'll say the small projects, the small reviews. People nowadays generally tend to hesitate to take up small projects which might give them only $50, $30, or $10 kind of something, or $100 kind of something. They just want to take up the first project of $1,000 kind of something if they are working international, or $500. And if they are working for Indian clients, they just want 40,000, 50,000 worth of projects. That not should be the approach. Because if you see, Ritika, I have in my Upwork profile, I have mentioned it on my LinkedIn also. I have there, if you can see, go and freelancers earning, which is currently visible to every people who is on Upwork. I have $40,000 plus of earning in just a
Right.
span of, I guess, 1.5 years. People tend
Yes.
to go to that particular level. But when I started, I was not very much keen into getting $1,000 of worth of projects from the beginning. I was just like whatever
Right.
project I would be getting, that would be helping build my portfolio. So either it be of
Absolutely.
$12 or something dollar. I have projects worth of $50 also total in my Upwork portfolio.
Yes.
And I have projects worth of over $18,000 of also from a single client. So people currently, or as a freelancer or a solopreneur, I'll say the undervalued kind of things are those small type of projects. It could be from your,
Right.
I can say it could be from your hometown or from people's community or the city also. That if let's
Absolutely.
suppose you are providing a service as a how to master LinkedIn, you can provide this particular thing to an international client also and to the person who is sitting just right beside you in your neighborhood also. The
Absolutely.
payment
Yeah.
would be
I
different, but the service would be similar, which you would be providing. So those things people nowadays don't value that much, but those things are very much kind of given value of.
100%. I think I never thought about it. What I was thinking was in my mind, like overvalued is like obviously the certificates. Even I don't think like, if people are not putting their practical thing over there, what kind
Exactly.
of certification you will do that? Just writing, passing a kind of, theoretical thing. It doesn't make any sense for me. As you have said, then maybe this belief has got stronger. Second
Mhm.
thing is underrated, and you said, like, even when I started my coaching business, it was not like, I used to do free coachings. I used to
Mhm.
do like, people used to come, my friends, my even you can say like my income community, many people. I have just done it for free and just for building my portfolio initially, like to
Mhm.
test and try. Nowadays I'm seeing, like, when freelancers are coming, and one of other guys actually came to me and he said, like, how much should I charge? I said, if you can do it
Mhm.
for free, that will be okay for your portfolio, but if they are asking you, then don't go beyond this thing. He said, no, I'll ask this particular amount. I'm like, okay, all the best, but I'm not sure if you can justify that, because this is being your first project. And he came back and he
Mhm.
said, like, 8,000 may he's done the project. I said, this is the good deal, at least to start with,
Mhm.
not so much. And even it should not boost your ego. So I understand, like, initially, till you get some result, you should not increase any kind of, amount. But when it is there for the confidence, I think maintain that, and even try to have that ego on the ground. Do not fly
Yes,
in the
yes.
air when it goes up, and beyond
Yep.
that, from their
Because your
success actually.
portfolio will speak of yourself, Nana. Your portfolio
Absolutely.
will automatically speak. If you are getting
True.
8,000 for the first project, then you can very politely you can mention that I have done this project for an 8,000 and now I am willing to I'm charging 12,000 or 15,000.
Right.
So people generally accept that particular thing.
Right. Right. Absolutely. I think I hope everybody will get to know about this, and they should actually understand this. And but I feel like, every freelancers is starting with their only one goal is there to earn money. But at this point of time, I can only say, like, this is not about earning so soon, but to build that confidence and, the demand for you in the market, I guess. Okay. So
Hmm.
going forward, Rohan, do you want to say anything else? Otherwise, I'll ask my fourth question.
No, you can proceed with the other question also.
Okay. So, from your experience, what separates freelancers who grow into long term partners from those who remain transactional hires?
I can say, Ritika, that I am that particular person. I'm that particular person because if you go and look at my Upwork profile, the first project which I did was a sort of a transactional hire. The client, because I was presenting myself that I need to get that particular project. But again, after 6 months or 7 months, you can also see an Upwork project in my profile which has given me more than $18,000 worth of earning, which was
Right.
sort of a year-long project.
Right.
So the thing from my experience, which I did wrong in the earlier days and which I corrected in the midway, was that in the very early stage of the first or second project, I used to present myself as solely as a service provider, prompting everything, communicating everything, or even the conversation that I used to had with clients earlier that days was 90% based on that particular project, the
Hmm.
service, and what I would be doing, what you are giving me, and what I need to do. Nothing else apart from that. Not even asking how your day was, not even asking how you are doing something, those sort of ice-breaking
Right.
questions around.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Those kind of things, I think nowadays or in earlier days also, and it would be in the future also, those kind of things make people as a transactional hire. They won't they won't hire you for very much long time, or they won't hire you for a longer duration. I am speaking this as taking in consideration of a freelancer or solopreneur, not as a company employee. As a company
Hmm. Hmm.
employee, it's very different, but as a
Yes.
solopreneur freelancer, it's very different. As a solopreneur or a freelancer, if you want to be you can say inculcated as a long-term hire, you can say. I'm not switching it to as an agency. I'll say if you are providing service to a client, he or she wants you to get onboarded for a year-long project, that automatically converts you to as an agency owner. Because
Right.
what does an agency means? If you are working solo, you are a freelancer or a solopreneur, and if you have more than one people working with you, you are an agency. You can just register you as a company. Even if you are
Right.
two people, two brothers or sisters, or more than two or three, that is an agency. And how
Right.
would be going in that particular thing if you have projects which are year long or more than 6 months? Because you know that, okay, I would be getting this particular payment every month or every week or every bi-weekly payments. So mentally, you are not in stress that, okay, how I would be paying my employees or how I would be paying my office rent. You know that for a 1 year project, I have been onboarded with this particular clients. And if you get two or three or multiple projects of those sort, you are well aware that I would be getting this much of payment from this particular client. So
Right.
that particular line that has been crossed from a solopreneur to transactional hire, which is most important here, is that you need to make connections or relation with your client that he or she, while talking to you, feels comfortable about the work and the project also, and feels comfortable about, let's suppose, some sort of other things also, that how you are doing, what sort of things. And the most important thing also, that you need to also give your own thoughts and inputs also
Right.
to that particular project, so that the client or the person who is provided you that particular project, he or she should be aware that, okay, now Rohan is also providing their valuable inputs, which might help me build my project on a better way, or in a
Right.
better manner, or which could help me scale up faster or something. So those kind of things help service provider to switch from transactional hire for just a short duration of project. And 3 months or 6 months, 3 months I am considering, in my experience, 3 months is also a transactional hire. If you are not onboarded on for project for more than 3 months, it's not a transactional hire. It's not a long-term hire.
Long term hire.
So those sort of things should also be worked upon. If you as a solopreneur or a freelancer, you are providing the service to any client, so you also need, or I as a service provider, I also need to make a decent relation apart from projects also. So those
Absolutely.
things help
Absolutely.
international clients value us also, that okay, no, they are not only service provider, they also wants to get involved in this particular project, which might be their baby project or something, or their first project which is they are working upon.
Right, right. Absolutely. I think, I can 100% say this because when I started, obviously, everybody has the
Exactly, exactly.
same thought process and everything. But what I am doing now with my student or my client, like, even many of my clients are hesitate to show up on LinkedIn, uh,
Hmm.
though they are big name, big people, you can say, in terms of their designation and all. Uh,
Hmm.
and my students, basically those who are freelancers and they are starting out. I say your thought process, even if it is sounding like a stupid ask, because we were not also an expert at one point of time, and we are not. We are
Exactly,
just learning.
exactly,
Even somebody who is better than us, they will look at us as a stupid if I'll ask some question. But if we are not asking, or if we are not putting our brain, then why are you there in this field? People are hiring you for
Exactly.
your brain, right? AI is anyhow coming from different sources, but you are unique in yourself to give us the perspective.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
I myself has experienced this one with working with different clients. And when I started talking, things started shifting. When
Hmm.
they look at me as a fresher, and I also looked at myself as a fresher, then things were different. But when I started gaining confidence and everything, when I started sharing my thought, whether it was accepted or not, that was the game changer. And that
Yes.
is, I think, the good, you can say, message to the freelancers or anybody who is actually providing services, or they have a product or anything.
Hmm.
Something from your side, what is making you yourself. I think that is the one unique thing
Exactly.
people are looking out for, rather than
Exactly.
hiring anybody, right?
Exactly.
Okay, that was a good thing actually. I'm feeling happy, like,
And
everything is being
yesterday,
so connected.
and yesterday, I was watching a small clip from Naval Ravikant. He is one of the investors, biggest investor. He was mentioning, and that one thing just keeps hopping up on my mind even every then and now, that the only thing that separates you from the entire world is that something that you feel good about yourself and which you feel comfortable doing. So being
Yes,
yourself is the first thing that you feel, I think everyone would be comfortable about. That you being yourself. If I'm
yes,
a naughty kind of child who just 5-year-old naughty child that who just wants to go here and there and break things, these and that, that is something being me. Somebody could be very subtle and sober and being very kind of a nerdy kind of thing. So that particular person is being himself or herself. So that particular thing you should or we should always keep when presenting ourselves to anyone.
absolutely. I think this is the best part. I tell you, Rohan, if people can preserve their, self image for themselves, I think that is
Yeah.
going to be the game changer for anything. Because now people, when I started talking, I started even working on myself. Like, because when I talk a lot. I talk, in speed, while my
Hmm.
clients, my friends, my family members, they talk so, with a kind of mature talk. And I thought, like,
Hmm.
I'm not sure even if any client is going to hire me. But the day when I got hired, they said, like, I have not, I mean, my qualities and everything. So that point of time, like, I understand people are looking out for you, nothing like, a kind of
Exactly. Exactly.
something which is
They
predefined
don't
as
want
a
to hire a
profession.
robot, I think.
Exactly. So a predefined, you can say, professional, like, I have seen many founders, co-founders, they say, I'm a founder, I'm CEO, how can I talk to that people, face to face? I wonder, like, who will talk then? You are a
Mm.
founder, you are a CEO, or you are at any point of time, please be grounded. Because you are providing services, you are providing something, like, they need that. So come, because
Exactly.
I feel, because I'm into LinkedIn, so LinkedIn is all about, like, you have to face the audience, right? I mean, many
Yeah.
people are introvert, but at least some photos, or they have to talk for sure. So they have to come up.
Exactly. Exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was a good one. And thank you so much, Ron. I mean, every question is getting into the newer, you can say, height of information that people actually want to hear from somebody who is there in the industry for so long.
My
Okay,
pleasure.
my fifth question is, how important is personal branding on LinkedIn today when you are deciding whom to trust or hire? If you do that, if you do that.
You can say not much of my portion is based on that particular thing, but yes, we generally tend to look upon LinkedIn profiles. And again, rather than keeping a blunt or a plain profile, you should work on emphasizing your LinkedIn much more because that is the only one place which is in the world accepted as being a professional platform. I don't think there is any other platform which is as reputed as LinkedIn being as a professional domain, being in the professional domain. You can have your Insta profile, you can have your Facebook, your YouTube page or something, but that is not But still, again, when it comes to a professional hire, your LinkedIn profile is of much more importance than all other things combined. So you should keep your LinkedIn very much up and active. And keeping those particular things are not much of a task nowadays. There are various tools, there are various people like you also, and various other peoples in the industry, and there are various other tools which can help you build out your profile based on your services, which can outperform other people who are in the industry. So it is as equal as your service. It is as important as being there.
Right. So basically, Rohan, I would like to ask you because I think
Mhm.
you are busy with other of your ventures. So
Mhm.
maybe whenever you have a time to look at the different posts and all, um, can you tell me, like, when you see people with so many likes and comments and their
Mhm.
post, do you relate with
Mhm.
them or what? I mean, exactly, because you might have some thoughts about that. Like these are very generic, or yeah, they are genuine. How
Mhm.
do you actually relate to that?
Look, Ritika, one of the very much you can say good feature of LinkedIn is that in LinkedIn I might be there, but I don't know, or maybe I'm not aware. Like we all know that likes and follows could be bought on Insta, YouTube, and Facebook.
Right.
Might be possible that is also on LinkedIn, but the person, if the engagement on anybody's post, if it is higher, that means that particular person's post is of much of a higher value.
Right.
Because you can see who has liked their post or who has commented on their post. And
Yeah.
through that particular the likes, you can also go to somebody's profile. Let's suppose if
Yeah.
I interacted with your post, somebody could land on your post and see that Rohan has interacted with Ritika's post, and he or she could land into my profile.
Absolutely.
He or she could get to know about me if I am a genuine or a fake. And on LinkedIn, you can't build a fake profile as easy it is to be built as it is built on other
Very
platforms,
sweet.
sort of Insta
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
YouTube or something. Because
Right.
LinkedIn, you need to spend time each and every day or each and every week. You have to give ample amount of time to actually outshow or outperform your profile from the rest of the people in your domain. So if
Right.
somebody's post is getting higher sort of engagement, that means that particular person has given ample amount of their time on their post also and on their profile also.
Absolutely. I'll tell you one incident. Like, recently it had happened. Basically, uh, many people, those who are very newcomers, like, college passed out, and other people are actually coming in and they are fighting for likes and comments. They have also approached me, Ritika, would you like to
Mhm.
join in my conversation and in my group where we like each
Mhm.
other's post and we'll comment on each
Mhm.
other's, post. So basically,
That
I,
is
haha.
that. Yeah, please continue. Please continue. Rinke.
Yeah, so what I said, see what happens. Upper say you can look like a very expert kind of thing, but what happens when you get into the real game of getting clients, and when client expect you the same, you won't be able to do that,
Exactly.
and they are very much
Exactly.
smarter. They will understand,
Mm.
you are either asking
Exactly.
your friends or something, like, to get those kind of likes. So I send them
Exactly.
a voice message, like, do not do that, even do not approach me, because
Mm.
LinkedIn is not about going viral. It's about putting your effort in a very genuine way. This is the best platform, I could say, where you can build your business. So any
Exactly.
sort of message for those people, like, because they are getting misled, from, even I can say, coaches, like, they are talking about all these things, not even LinkedIn, but even in the proper life as well. uh,
Mhm.
they are not getting the right, you can say, track.
From my experience, Ritika, firstly, I definitely not recommend that particular kind of approach. That
Yes.
is bluntly a fake way of approaching where 10 people just collaborated in a WhatsApp group and
Yes.
everybody liked everyone's post. That is one of the worst thing to do. Even LinkedIn has a feature of recommendations also.
Hmm.
Various people which I have seen nowadays or in the previous years also that somebody working in some company has just got recommendations from any other kind of people rather than you building that particular engagement bluntly just from a group of people, you won't be able to provide that value to any peer person. And thinking
Absolutely.
that the client whom you would be providing service would not be that much smart, and he would not be getting that, okay, this particular Rohan's post has got 50 or 100 likes, and Ritika's post has only 12, 15 likes, and Rohan would be smarter. They are very much smart. Whatever position you are currently catering to, you either be the top level developer or a top level project manager, or a very much you can say freelancer who has 40 myself has $40,000 plus of portfolio, top rated plus freelancer.
Right.
Any client who is providing their project, who is giving you a project, who is paying you, he or she is smarter than you, because he or she is well aware that what kind of service I need to get from you or from the service
Absolutely.
provider, and we can't outsmart them. We can't just.
Absolutely.
Those sort
So
of posts, these things, I think, Ritika, these particular engagement, grouped engagements and likes and engagements and comments, these things only work with somebody who is providing a sort of a course or who is selling some sort of a product. It could be a digital course, it could be a certification, it could be a some sort of a YouTube video of 5 hours lecture, which let's suppose if I am a content creator, I have created a content of 5 hours as a sort of a digital library, and which now I am selling it as a $10 or $15 or $50 project. Then somebody who is new in this particular industry, he would be landing on my page, or and he would be saying, "Oh, Rohan's digital project or digital library has got 100 like. Let me purchase this particular thing."
right.
So that is a one-time transactional hire. So there are
Okay.
various people who get fooled out.
Absolutely, that is what actually I was trying to draw this, because I feel like, all those likes and comments will keep on engage. The real things starts happening after certain months or years, if you can see the
Exactly,
real
exactly.
conversation. The one thing I want our freelancers or solopreneurs, those who are freshers in this world,
Mhm.
digital era, like, they want to look at themselves as an expert, as a kind of, yo-yo kind of quicks and everything, like, I'm doing marketing, I'm doing sales. What is the basic thing they need to understand? Focus on what actually you are providing. If it is about lead generation, you should focus on all the processes about the lead generation thing, from where you are getting the genuine leads. It's not even the fake leads.
Exactly,
If you're talking about
exactly,
content creation, then talk about the thinking of more about how can I create more valuable content, that rather than getting likes and comments on that. Because
exactly,
those
exactly.
kind of things, it skips a little bit of dopamine kind of thing, very small kind of happiness. But going further, I want them to play a long term rather than just coming and then going out in a certain way, like, no, things are not working kind of thing. So yeah, that's a good one. Thank you, Rohan, again.
Uh,
Let's
Sure.
move ahead with the next question. When you come across a freelancers or solopreneurs on LinkedIn, anyone, like, just give me one example, because I'm going it very specific. So
Mhm.
what signals instantly tell you this person knows what they are doing? Any particular instance that you might have done or you would have
Uh,
witnessed?
if you ask me as a client, if I'm hiring somebody, again, I'll
Yes.
be seeing, look, Ritika, the only thing that I'll be able to see is their LinkedIn profile or any sort
Yes.
of a personal portfolio links that they have presented. So I'm not saying that I would be hiring that particular person, but I'm saying that I can be filtering that particular person from a bunch of groups on the basis of their portfolio or how presentable they are in their LinkedIn profile. If suppose
Okay.
anybody is providing a service which is totally based on LinkedIn, then his or her profile should be as presentable as that I want. Okay, my profile is not as good as hers or his. That means that this particular person is doing something good.
Right.
So I could
Comparison.
be just, yes, comparing that, okay, if that particular service is being provided, let's suppose if I'm a web development service provider, then my own website should be as presentable that, okay, that particular client understands, oh yes, Rohan's website is good. That means he is providing a good service. Again, I'm saying
Right.
I would not be hiring directly, but I would be filtering out from a bunch of other people or you can say employees if I have that if I need to sort segregate few good people and service providers.
Okay.
So I'll say
Absolutely.
that being presentable is something that you can.
Okay, so basically, I can take that, like, when people are actually, when you look at any particular profile or any hiring manager, they look at the profile, they should be presentable and explained properly in their own way what they are doing, not others are
Exactly,
like, copied and
exactly,
paste and
exactly,
other things. They should be looking like a very specifically made for you, but not for other, like, coming from others' portfolio, because
exactly.
everybody is scanned through 100 or 20 200 kind of
Exactly.
portfolios, and you will
Who
understand
is
that.
putting up money? Yes, who is putting up money? He would be definitely scanning about tens and fifties of the project. Exactly.
Right, right.
Yep.
All right. So, because I had three questions, but you have answered all those three questions in one answer. So, I'll be skipping
Hmm.
at the end. And even
Sure,
we
sure,
are about to, the session is about to end. And I truly
sure, sure.
feel like, it has just spent like, within a minutes. I was just enjoying this conversation so much. So last question is the same, like, if you had to give one honest piece of advice to freelancers or solopreneurs, or those who are really trying harder to do something of their own, what they should
Hmm.
actually focus on, any honestly, like, they it should be very direct, or what did you think, like, where people are lacking and where they should focus on in this AI era?
Look, Ritika, if you ask me as a freelancer or a solopreneur, and if there are various things that you need to jot down. If I am a freelancer and a solopreneur, I am totally based on LinkedIn for my business. Then I
Mm-hmm.
need to work on my LinkedIn profile or something to be presentable first, and then
Right.
I need to work on my approach. I just not need to message each and every client here and there. LinkedIn would be banning me. So be
Yes.
very precise, be very peculiar when you are sending. Do not send more than 10 connects or 20 connects in a day. And also check if those connects are getting accepted or not. On LinkedIn, if you're asking me to get projects on LinkedIn, you don't have to just particularly present yourself as a service provider. I'll be providing these kind of service. Try to get connected with that particular person who might be your client. If
Right.
I'm pitching out to some person or a CEO of a company or a CTO of a company, I would be just connecting with them first. That, hey, Ritika, Rohan this side. I thought of connecting with you on LinkedIn. You're working on the particular field. I'm working also on a particular same niche. I think it would be good to connect and be in touch in a longer run.
Right.
After
Right.
that, when you are connected, you can just go and pitch your services, whatever portfolio on a manner. But be very peculiar and do not just overdo things. And
Yes.
again, if you ask about, there are various platforms also like Upwork and
Hmm.
Fiverr, Upwork being the best. I have been there also as a freelancer and a solopreneur. If you ask me about Upwork, I'll say as a very blunt advice that whatever projects you are getting, you should work upon, you should bid upon projects which are of a smaller amount also. If you are just starting out, just go and bid around those projects which are of $10, $15, $20 also, because those projects would lead you to get projects worth of thousands
Better
and multiple
projects.
thousands of dollars. Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. And what as the, like, what kind of in your experience, like, where people are actually getting misled in this AI, like, there are so many things are coming up. So have you experienced, like,
People, yeah, I have seen that particular thing. People tend to get frightened these days by the incultivation of AI, that people think that they won't be able to take this particular project because this particular thing could be easily done with AI. So
hmm,
this is something that people need to understand. Even if that particular thing could be done with the help of AI, there are people who are not, who don't have that much time to just open the AI and do this particular thing. They need
right,
somebody to do that particular kind of service. So they would be hiring somebody who is well aware of that particular service.
no,
So
exactly.
it's in terms of your benefit only that you can just get help with your AI buddy and present that particular thing in a more good way or a better way to that particular client. So the misinformation or the people which are which have getting misleaded or something is that your jobs are not gone. Every project is there. So you don't need to worry about the AI world nowadays. People are not just going here and there have in a haywire kind of thing that okay, now AI has come, now I'll solely do my own job. No, they can't. They have tried, but they can't.
They can't.
I have seen
Right.
people that they have just tried, okay, I don't need developers and designers now I'll design my own thing. They are just putting up the prompt from the AI, then design that they are getting are very much basic kind of design. Now again, they are
Right.
going back to the designer and asking that, hey, can you please design this particular thing? AI is not able to design what I am thinking. How would be they design? So you don't
Absolutely.
need to get frightened or something with the help of AI. It's consider him as your buddy only, I think, which will help you.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think the way they are going to present, because the first thing they face, they like, if AI can do this job, why should I hire you? They are getting that question. I think that
Mm.
is the make and break kind of thing where you need to present more confidently, like, the
Yes,
pros and cons of AI and pros and cons of working with you with AI, and then pricing yourself
exactly.
afterwards. I
Exactly.
think that is where
Exactly.
they need to work rather than getting frightened. No, they are already
Exactly.
know about
Exactly.
AI, then why they're actually hiring first of all, they should
Exactly.
understand that.
Totally.
Yes.
Totally.
Absolutely, Rohan. I think that was a wonderful session again, and thank you so much for such an informative inputs. Like it
My pleasure.
just
My
went
pleasure,
beyond
Ritika.
my expectation, 100%. Like I was just thinking about in and around your niche and everything, but you have just covered all in one session. I think it is going to be very useful. Whoever is going to watch it and whoever is watching it, so thank you
Sure.
so much again, Rohan, for taking out time and
Thanks a lot.
going
Thanks a
live
lot,
with me.
Ritika.
So thank you so much,
Okay,
and
sure.
good luck for your new venture. Yeah,
Sure, sure. Thanks a lot, Ritika. And my pleasure being
thank
here.
you.
I hope you success in your career. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Means a lot. Yeah. Bye bye.